I'm Nandini, your host for the day, wishing you all a very happy and Shubh Navratri. We're back with our monthly episode of the Regulatory Dilemma series. This month's topic is electricity markets and renewable energy. But before we talk more about this month's topic, let's recap what the Regulatory Dilemma series is all about. The Regulatory Dilemma series talks about all things regulation. Each month, we pick up one area and we try to understand the regulatory aspect. First question that we ask ourselves, is regulation really required in that particular area? The second question that we ask ourselves is, if the answer to the first question is yes, who should regulate it? Next, we move on to how much regulation is required. Next, what all aspects of that area should be regulated. And like this, we come to our regulatory dilemma series. Now, without wasting further time, let's move on to this month's topic. Electricity is a concurrent subject under the Constitution of India, which means that both the center and the state have powers to pass laws and regulate the sector. Now, in today's video, we will be focusing more on the non-physical trading of electricity, which is a new developing sector, as opposed to the physical trading of electricity, which has been covered to a great extent in the Electricity Act of our country. It deals with generation, transmission, distribution, all the aspects of physical trading of electricity. But today we will focus more on the non-physical aspects and renewable energy, which is an emerging form. In India, recently, the Ministry of Power launched a carbon credit program in 2023 on 28th of June 2023. Similarly, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change came up with a green credit program. On similar lines, under the CERC power regulations, we have what we call the renewable energy certificates or energy saving certificates, which can be traded. Unlike the physical trading of electricity, they believe more in the virtual power trading. So this is what we call a virtual power purchase. There are various methods of trading these instruments. First is the compliance method. That is where the buyers are mandated under law to fulfill their compliance. The second is the voluntary mechanism. Now, there are various companies like Apple and Google who have been buying these renewable energy certificates on a voluntary basis. The question is, should government regulate only the compliance market where it is a legally mandated purchase, or the government should regulate both the compliance and the voluntary market? The United States has already launched these energy certificates and renewable energy certificates trading mechanisms, and its NCRC has been working towards it. They are tradable on New York Exchange and Multi-Commodity Exchange in America. Various other countries have also been working towards it. The New York Multi-Commodity Exchange has come up with a variety of these instruments. Firstly, the usual REC. Secondly, it has also come up with new innovative instruments like the SO2 credit. This is the acid rain credit. Another instrument that came up is the NOx credit, which is the urban ozone credit. So there are various ways, various new kinds of instruments which could be developed. India could also, on similar lines, develop its own unique and innovative instruments. The Supreme Court, in a judgment, has highlighted that for the physical trading of electricity, CERC, that is the Central Electricity Regulatory Commission, could be the regulating body. But for contracts, forward contracts, derivatives, and for non-physical trading of electricity, like certificates in the form of derivative certificates. Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is the SEBI, is the relevant regulator. Now, the government has in its regulation and laws also added new regulators as well. For example, for the carbon credit trading program, the government of India has given certain administrative powers to Bureau of Energy Efficiency. Similarly, the Grid Controller of India also has certain powers. Another important aspect in trading of electricity is the cross-border trading of electricity. India has recently started the cross-border trading of electricity. We are trying to build a South Asia power grid, and we have partnered with countries like Bangladesh, Nepal. Um, so again, the question of regulation of cross-border trading of electricity arises. The cross-border trading of electricity is more in nature of a physical trading of electricity. Coming to the non-physical trading of electricity, it's again important to see whether we will be able to manage buying and selling of these certificates, these renewable energy, energy saving, carbon trading at an international level as well. And if yes, then what would be the mechanism for this? Regarding the cross-border trading of electricity, recently, due to the the whole uprising in Bangladesh, India amended its cross-border regulations, which was seen more in a way which could help Adani Power, because Adani Power uh, has a lot of electricity cross-border trading investment in Bangladesh. So again, that's also an important facet of regulation where the government has to see the benefit of Indian industries and how we need to amend in case of an emergency in between the regulations, tweak them a little so that our players are benefited.
Since we are in Delhi, I thought it would be good to capture the place where we had Delhi's first powerhouse. The Rajghat powerhouse was one of the leading powerhouses for generation of electricity in Delhi.
Pay our respect to the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi.
To be very, very honest, I don't think there is one right, black and white answer to what is the right way to regulate a sector or an industry. We can contemplate various ways, we can come up with solutions, but what is the correct way, absolute correct way, is impossible to determine. Times change, requirements change, and the laws and regulations need to change with time. What I feel is the government should, at the earliest, bring in the trading of non-physical electricity contracts, such as discussed in the video, and at the same time take measures to promote these measures at a larger scale. I feel our government could give incentive to people who generate renewable energy, even through captive grids. For example, if someone is generating renewable energy through captive generation plant in their home, they should also be allowed to trade it in form of RDCs or EVs. This would be a good way to incentivize these kind of instruments. You all enjoyed the video. That was it for today's episode. Stay tuned to the Regulatory Dilemma series. Thank you.